So I was a course rep last year for Year 2 Zoology, so that's from the School of Biosciences, and got on great with the academics, got on great with the other reps. We were a really close team, and I think one of the most important experiences for me was actually being able to implement a change. So we felt like some of our dissections didn't really, for people that didn't want to dissect, the alternative assessments weren't very fair, and they weren't very good basically. So we took it to the academics. We basically said what we want, and we've actually got a new change for this new academic year. So I think that's great to have a change so quickly, and one that so many people felt was positive. And yeah, it was a really good thing for me, a really good thing for the course.
Yeah, I definitely think that tangible change is key, because I was the course rep for history last year, and we had one particular module where a lot of students were struggling. They were kind of unsure with how the assessment was supposed to function, and we managed to communicate with staff, and so that now for students taking that module in this coming year, that hopefully the way they've rejigged things will make things clearer. And it's really nice that hopefully if we find students telling us, yeah, we find this course really interesting, we know that as course reps we'd have a tangible representation impact on what's going on. And you're completely right that it really helps build relationships with staff as well.
Yeah.
Like, and now I can now see staff see us more as just students, and they treat us in a really nice way.
Yeah. I think some people are apprehensive to get involved with this sort of thing because they feel like change takes too long.
Yeah.
But if you get people aware early, then you can get change in the short term.
Yes,
like we've had change for this academic year. So.
And I think people should realise that staff don't necessarily know what's going on, so they need people to tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
And like, don't be afraid about saying to staff, no, this isn't working, because they need to hear that from people.
Yeah, I think it's really great that you're talking about change, because I wasn't a course rep when I did it, so I didn't know the changes that could be made at that time. So that's why I became a school rep.
Yeah.
So then I could get my say in. Nominating yourself to become a course rep is really just a great way of creating positive change.
Yeah.
And boosting employability. Like my course, psychology, thousands of people study it. This is a great way to like put you above the crowd, push you forward.
For sure, and when it comes, obviously, it's great in employability in itself, and then when it comes to your CV and needing references, now that staff know you in the department, it can be a really valuable tool for if you need to ask them things like references. So like, there's a lot more benefits to being course rep than just sitting in the meetings and trying to bring about change.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we're all paying a lot of money to be here, and we want to have the power to be able to change things that we don't like.
Yeah.
So and that change it comes from people nominating themselves and get involved in the system. And I think as well in the long term, if you're someone that would be interested in going into like RUSU and the part-time officer and the full-time officer roles, course rep's a great position to start from because you get used to the system very early on.
For sure.
So it's definitely something to consider for the long term as well.
It's also fantastic in terms of the social aspect as well. Like the course reps that I worked with last year, I now consider them some of my closest friends. Like, even though you might think you're kind of working with people professionally, that doesn't stop you becoming friendly with them and kind of meeting with them socially. So it's genuinely a great way to meet people as well. So yeah, I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, but if you're like a control freak like me, this is a great way of controlling your environment and getting to know what's going on in your course other than just being in bike, being in dark.
Definitely.
And you get biscuits.
Yes, and you get free food. And a free t-shirt. So come be a course rep.
Voting in this sort of situation is absolutely essential because we live in a democracy, and if you've got someone representing you, you want to make sure it's someone that does represent you and what you're interested in. So to vote, you just need to go onto RUSU's website, log in with your normal uni account, and then just follow the nominations and voting prompts, and then have a read of people's manifestos, see what they're all about, and make sure you get involved.
Yeah, and then the nice thing is you vote in order of preference, so if there's a few people that you like, you can give them the higher preferences, so even if your first choice doesn't win, it increases the likelihood of someone that you agree with also winning. So yeah, voting is super easy, and we definitely recommend you do it.
I think you guys said it, really. Vote.
Right. See you.